Haley walked for a while. A smile came to her face as she thought, oh, I am glad that is over with. And they walked for a while. Then Haley began to get tired. She wanted to sit down. Then she said, Marigold, can we sit down? Marigold said, okay, follow me. The sheep went to the Pacific Ocean. Haley thought, what is she doing? And the sheep said, mermaids, can you help us? Haley said, mermaids, and mermaids don't he? Then a mermaid came up to the surface. Haley was stunned. Haley said, who? The mermaid said, what do you need? The sheep said, we need a boat. She is tired. The mermaid swam off. Haley tried not to look tired. She tried to stand tall while they were gone. The sheep said, Haley, where do you live? Haley said, oh, California. The sheep said, well, I mean, what part? Haley said, well, the town. I live in Ceramic City. Haley and Marigold stood still for a few minutes as they waited for them to return. Marigold noticed some of her fleece was on the floor. She began to panic. Haley noticed her panic, so she said, what is wrong? Marigold said, my sheep fleece, it is falling off of me. Haley tried to sound calm as she said, sheep shed when they are hot, you have to be overheating on this beach. Haley looked at her gold fleece that was lying on the sand. She thought whoever finds this will be happy. Soon the mermaids were back with a boat. They said, get in. Haley thought this is perfect. Marigold got in, then Haley got in. Haley struggled to sit because of her new wings. Then she spread them out so she could sit down. Haley tried to keep her wings open as she sat in the boat. She moved forward in her seat so they could close. The sheep said, take us to Ceramic City, please. The mermaids said yes. Then they went underwater. Then the mermaids began to pull the boat. Haley thought this is nice, at least I do not have to walk anymore. Then Haley said, thank you for getting this for us. Marigold said, you are welcome. They rowed in the boat for a while. And the sheep said, what is your name? Haley thought, oh, I never told her. Haley said, well, I never got a chance to because I was trying to get out of there. Well, my name is Haley. Haley caught her. After a little bit, Haley said, how did you know that mermaids exist? The sheep said, Beros kidnaps mermaids sometimes because his mum hates them sometimes. Haley nodded, then the mermaids began to swim faster. Haley watched the water pass them by, then Marigold said, "So what are you going to do when you get home?" Haley said, "Introduce everyone in my family to you." Marigold smiled. She said, "Really, Haley?" Haley smiled and said, "Yes." Marigold said, "What were you doing before you got?" Marigold realized she probably should not finish that sentence. And Haley said, "Oh, we were having a party for me." Marigold said, "Is it your birthday?" Haley said, "No, I was named the most beautiful woman in the world by AE magazine." Marigold said, "Are you a real princess?" Haley said, "Oh no," and she laughed. And she said, "I am a model for my mum's modelling agency." Marigold said, "Though Aphrodite hates those." Haley curiously said, "Hates what?" Marigold said, "Models." Haley thought, "Oh duh, I should have known that." Haley went back to watching the water go by. And Marigold said, "Have you ever had a pet sheep?" Haley said, "No, I have not." Marigold said, "And do you like sheep?" Haley said, "Well, yes, I love sheep. I am so glad you are coming home with me." Marigold clapped her hooves together and said, "Yay." And Haley thought, "I wonder what they will all think of her. I love her, so they should." And something flew over Haley and Marigold. Haley immediately remembered that her captor had wings. She looked up to see what it was. However, it was just a bird. Haley thought it was just a bird. Anytime something flies over me, I am going to freak out. Sometimes being a beautiful woman sucks. I should go into hiding and never come back. Well, I can't stop living my life because I am beautiful. No, the world will never change to accommodate me. I guess I have to go into hiding. Haley began to feel sick as she wiggled slightly back and forth in the boat. Haley leaned back and tried not to freak out as she thought, "Okay, he will not come back. Wait, he knows where I live. We are going to have to move. Man, this sucks." What about Mom's business? Well, we will cross that bridge when we get there. Then Hayley sat up and tried to enjoy the ride. She calmed down some. Then someone said, "Hey," and Hayley looked around immediately. Then she spotted someone. She said, "Nice boat." Hayley said, "Oh, thanks." Hayley thought, I should not be talking to strangers. That idiot who kidnapped me might be able to shape-shift. Hayley, don't be so paranoid. Don't let the ass hat take away your peace of mind. After a while, they made it to the shore. The mermaids came up from the water. Then one of them said, "Okay, here is your destination, Ceramic City." And Hayley said, "Thank you, ladies." They all said, "You're welcome." And then she saw the sign that read, "Welcome to Ceramic City." Hayley thought, how did the mermaids see this sign if they were underwater? They must have some kind of way they know where to stop at. Hayley and Marigold got out of the boat and began to walk home. They walked for a while. Then as they walked, Hayley thought, this is unsafe. Hopefully we will get home soon. Then Hayley bumped one of her wings with her arm. Then she said, "Can I make these things temporarily disappear?" The sheep said, "Well, I have seen Eros do it before." The sheep thought for a moment. Then she said, "You have to touch them and say, 'Disappear.'" Therefore, Hayley did as Marigold told her. Then they disappeared. And she said, "How do I get them back if I need them?" Marigold said, "Just say appear while thinking about them." Hayley said, "Appear," as she thought about them. They came back. Then Hayley said, "Oh, thank you, Marigold." Marigold said, "You are welcome." Hayley thought, I need to make my wings disappear because I do not want to bring attention to myself. Therefore, she made them disappear. Then they continued their walk.